Hello. Hello. Oh
Oh,
shit, I've
there,
got to look up there, haven't I? Hello, hello, hello. How is
there you
everyone?
are.
Oh god, I haven't been on camera in ages. Oh, why
Look
is
at
there a
me. I'm
strimmer in
on
the fucking
camera.
background? Oh, never mind. I don't have to be professional.
Wave
I
to
can.
project. Oh my god, this is.
Hello.
I've got you. I've got you on Discord there, and then I've got the Twitch open there, so I can see the chat. There's two of me.
Hello, everyone. How are we? This is my first interview. Well, obviously, if I am going to be doing these fucking shitty things, I'm going to be in the kitchen, so get used to it. That's why I didn't do the face reveal in the first place. To be fair, I hated my
In the
location.
kitchen.
There's just these, or there's a bottle of Pringles.
Could be worse. Can I ask why you've got two fridges?
Oh, that's a freezer. That one.
Oh, you've got a fancy
It's a bit
standard
messy.
freezer. Bloody
Yeah.
hell. So you've got two freezers then, basically.
Yeah, us rich people.
The rich people with the two freezers. Yes. Kitchen is the best room in the house.
Yeah.
Kitchen has the food, says the
That's what I
president.
mean, yeah, to be honest. It was just easier.
Easier snacks.
Yeah. I can just get something.
All right, I'm ready for you, Ford.
Yeah.
Give me your questions, buddy.
So, if you would like to introduce yourself, I'm sure everybody knows you.
My name is Silver. I'm a wrestler and a stream. Well, I wouldn't say I'm a wrestler anymore. To be fair, I've had one match in about 3 years. So I've wrestled since I was about 15, and I've been streaming for. But yeah, it's been 5 months now. It's almost 6. I started streaming in November. Met the lovely 4D Gaming. What was it, last month?
Yeah, I think you will, sure.
Yeah. And then we decided that you wanted to do a little interview, cheeky interview. So here I am, here to answer all your questions.
Yeah.
All things related to
appropriate
wrestling.
and inappropriate.
That doesn't really matter.
Hello, Shopsy. How are you, fella?
If they're inappropriate, he was talking to me. He said handsome.
Oh, yeah, probably. Gary Barlow.
Shit your face, right?
So, how did you get into wrestling then?
When was it? It was when I was about 15. I think my chair's squeaking. I'll try not to squeak as much. When I was about 15, me and my friend were just looking for stuff to do, and we stumbled upon a little training school in Old Colwyn, and it was a little dingy little hall. Didn't have a ring at the time. It was just a couple of judo mats and this wrestler from Stoke, and he was like, "I'm here to train." Thinking about it, sounds quite dodgy. He was like, "I'm going to train people to wrestle," and like for the first year of training, I didn't step foot in a wrestling ring. I was paying this guy like I think it was like a $5 a session on a Friday for a couple of hours to basically get slammed on judo mats for almost a year before I even stepped foot in a wrestling ring, because the place where we did it was like too small to have a wrestling ring in, and there was obviously to try and get any sort of venue to have a wrestling ring in, it's expensive. So
Yeah.
he was like, you'll just learn on mats, it's fine. So 15 years old, get my ass slammed about on judo mats for a year, that wasn't so fun. So yeah,
Well, as I've known
me
you,
and my friend trying to be Jeff Hardy.
as I've known you for a month, I know you probably enjoyed that. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first match? And did you win?
That
was a question from Keeley.
Do you remember the first match? I remember it, but I don't remember whether I won or not. Because I think I'd been training for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years before I actually had my first match.
That's good compared to other wrestlers. Mind, I've heard horror stories where they'd literally trained for like a month and then started their first match.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, I'll cutting across and everything, because obviously I'm a trainer now. There has been a few people that have come through our school that have had a match within. I think the quickest one we've done is 3 months. But this lad, I don't know whether. We'll shout him out anyway. His name's Luke Moto. He's quite a famous TikTok person. He's got like 300,000 TikTok followers, but that's neither near here nor there. But he trained for about 3 months or so, and he was. I've said it to his face, and I'll say it on here. So gifted, athletically and wrestling wise. It was unbelievable. The kid can literally. his first session, I was like, shit, I could train him, and he could have a match in a month. He was absolutely phenomenal. But then, obviously, like you say, the horror stories where some people have trained for like a couple of weeks, a month, and gone in and that ended up hurting somebody. But anyway,
Well,
back
I've
to it.
heard battle royals are obviously the first.
Yeah, that's what tends to happen, isn't it? Like a
Yeah.
lot of they get battle royals and like dark matches and stuff and all that lot. But I think it was about 2.5 years before I had my first match, and the owner or the booker, should I say, he told me like a couple of weeks before the show because somebody pulled out.
Yeah.
Pulled out. And he said, "Look, I want it to be a surprise for the lads because obviously I was one of the young lads." He was like, "You just sit in the crowd and everything and blah blah blah." And as the matches got called out and everybody in there, they were like, "Oh, we haven't got a tag partner." I ran in from the crowd and was like, "Ah, yeah, it's me, woo!" And then proceeded to get my ass kicked because I think at the time I was like 16, 17, something like that. Yeah, it must have been about 17. And he just whooped my ass. It was like chopping me, slamming me, kicking my ass. I'm almost certain I lost. I'd be shocked if I won, to be honest. But yeah, it was I'm not the tallest of people, so when I was like 16, 17, I was even smaller. I was probably about that big. I just got my ass whooped. So yeah, that was my first match. And I don't remember whether I won it or not.
Neither here nor there though, because you've obviously progressed. Hey? You've obviously progressed from that match. I've got
very much so.
Got a question from Mrs. Q, the fabulous Mrs. Q. What's the match that you'll remember and why?
Oh, I've got loads. I've got quite a few. I'd say I've got a handful of matches that I definitely remember. I've got 2 from like my first promotion. No, I'd say 3 that I've got from my first promotion, and I've probably got at least 1 from Fusion, who I wrestle for now. Like the 3 in it's mainly because of like the most pain and stuff. Like 2 of the ones from, because I used to wrestle for a company called United Wrestling, who wrestle over in Stoke now. They're actually coming back to Colwyn Bay this year for the first time in like 10 years. One of the first matches that I'll probably always remember is my first ever hardcore match. It was a last man standing match, and I got my ass whooped. I jumped off a fire escape into the ring onto the guy to both get a double down for like the 10 count, so it was a draw. He hung me with a wooden cane, so he reached over the ring, hooked it round my neck, and then picked me up on the outside of the ring, which was fun. Another one in United Wrestling was probably my first TLC match, where I took a thumbtack bump, which was a triple Russian leg sweep off ladders onto thumbtacks. That was horrendous. It was like dot to dot on my back. It was awful, man. It was weirdly not painful though when it happened. It was more like the afterwards, which was the most painful. But like picking bits out of my ass and stuff, like broken thumbtacks with tweezers. They genuinely were. I think our DJ at the time was like our first aid. And one of the lads I was wrestling with, she literally had tweezers, and she was like pulling one that had broken out of his ass cheek because it was like embedded in there. It was so funny. It was hilarious. I'd say I did a wrestling match in the Millennium Stadium for Sports Relief. I probably remember that purely for the occasion, which was amazing. But what's his face? Can't remember the boxer now. Calzaghe.
Oh yeah, Joe Calzaghe.
Joe Calzaghe and Enzo Calzaghe. They were all there with their team and stuff, and they were watching, which was awesome because it was like a big festival day sort of thing for Sports Relief. So there was like loads of different things going on and stuff, and we had like a big plot for the wrestling, and that was wicked. Like Joe Calzaghe just sat there watching me wrestle, and then I'd say probably the one that I'd remember most out of Fusion would be the one that I've just recently had, which was a last man standing match for the title against Creeper, who was like 7 foot something, and he kicked my ass because it was his first title in Fusion. I think it was his first title ever, actually. so we really wanted to go for it. And I was like, this may be my last match because I wasn't sort of feeling it. I was like, let's do what we can. And he flipping whooped my ass. I've never felt so rough after a match before. It was just woofed.
Ooh,
It was rough. So they'd probably be the ones that I'd remember the most.
Yeah, I remember I watched someone from Gloucester have a match, but it wasn't, instead of thumbtacks, it was Lego, and he said that fucking hurt.
Flipping hell, that was hurt.
Yeah.
Oh no way. That would be nasty.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You could see the marks on his back. There's a really good picture of the marks on the. And then a photographer got the Lego flying up in the air.
That'd be ace. That would be.
He took a superplex. Yeah.
A superplex. What, off the rope?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ! That would kill me. That would. I don't think I'd ever take a bump on Lego.
Yeah.
Not now, anyway. Maybe in my youth, I probably would have done.
Another question from Mrs. Q. What's your proudest moment? That could be out of the ring or in the ring.
Well, out of the ring, it would be my little boy, wouldn't it? Jesus.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be like wrestling specific.
In wrestling wise, it would probably be. I don't know, really. I'm trying to think now. Possibly Grand Slam champion fusion, so winning everything. I won every belt, every tournament that they do. I suppose. What do you keep pushing off screen there?
Oh, it was a chair. I had my chairs on it. I had my chair on it, and I didn't want you to see my mum's denim jacket. It's mine really on the weekends. So.
Yeah, it would probably be the Grand Slam because what was it? I've done the Welsh, the Fusion Grand Slam. What is it? I can't even remember what it's called now. And I've done a tournament as well, and tags, and the Rumble. So that would probably be the proudest moment in wrestling, I'd say.
Who was your trainer then when you started out?
There's a fella called Rich. He's from Stoke, he is, and he's the fella that runs United Wrestling still. So he's still in the business to some extent. I don't think he wrestles anymore. But
it'd be nice to go back to it.
Hey,
it'd be nice to go back and work there, I guess, when they come over to you.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, if you would have asked me a few years ago, then maybe I'd probably be up for it, especially with them coming back to Colwyn Bay.
Yeah.
But now my lockdown's killed wrestling for me. To be fair, like after lockdown and the first show back, I just didn't feel it anymore. You know, when you just don't do something for like 2 years because the pandemic killed like sports and arts and all that lot. Didn't even have a show for, couldn't even train for 2 years, let alone have a show. So I think maybe a few years back, if you would have said, "Do you want to go work for other promotions?" I probably would have gone for it. But now, you know, let's see how we go this year with the shows that we're going to get, and then if it still doesn't spark something back in me, then maybe it's time to call it quits. But we shall see. We shall see.
Are there any promotions you'd really want to work for if you were to, like you said, you wanted to branch out or?
It depends. UK wise, I'd like to work for. There's a promotion called TNT.
Yeah.
Over in Liverpool. They're pretty cool. Alright, some of the wrestlers that they get in some of the matches that they do as well, because they do a lot of hardcore matches as well. So if I was doing like one last match and it was going to be a hardcore match, I'd probably do it there. That'd be good.
What's Wrestle Island? I know they're
Wrestle Island are really good as well. Wrestle Island have got a really good, like, little, like, close-knit family sort of feel to their shows, and they're really, really cool, to be fair to them. They'd be... The only reason why I'd say I wouldn't pick them to be like a which one would I wanna is that it's a very similar vibe to Fusion. I'd want to go somewhere different. Like, TNT's very serious, very indie, a lot of hardcore matches with light tubes and stuff, and they've got, like, that side to the wrestling, so I wouldn't mind it. If I knew it was going to be my last one, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go there. But and then maybe if it was the US, I don't think it'd be WWE, and I don't think it'd be AEW. Saying that though, it would probably be like somebody like ROH, Ring of Honor, but they're owned by AEW now, so I'd love to wrestle somebody like Samoa Joe and just get my ass whooped by him.
Just get a nice little fat paycheck.
Yeah, just get a little, like a few grand, a little fat wedge, go get squashed by Samoa Joe. I mean, the muscle buster. See you later. Job done.
With your personality, I was thinking Chikara personally.
Oh yeah,
It's quite sort of funny, like.
You see, Twigging Dings, yes, them as well, all day long. I'd love to be one of the what are they? Is it the ants?
Yeah. It's not Fire Ant. No, one of them's called Fire Ant. No.
Yeah, and there's like.
Yeah, they came to the UK before. I think they come to Newport.
Are they? See, that's the thing up in North Wales. We've said it before, haven't we, off stream and stuff like that. That it's like
it's really, really small.
There's not. Yeah, there's like a massive scene down in South Wales, but North Wales there's barely anything. I think there's only 3 up here at the moment that are local. You've got Fusion, BWP, and Basics, which is the 3 home promotions. You've got a couple that come in and tour now and again, but like the only like permanent ones are those 3, I think, without insulting anybody.
Keely asked, when you cracked your ribs, then got up. Keely's just asked, when you cracked your ribs and got up and swung. Is it swung for the ring? What? When you got up and swung into the ring, that was always one of her favourite videos you've shown her.
Yeah, that was quite early on. That was, to be fair, it was a bit of a botch, to be honest. The cracked rib. I was supposed to go for a frog splash for a false finish, and the guy was supposed to put his knees up to stop the frog splash, and then obviously bounce out the ring, sort of thing. But when I did it, I went for the frog splash. Instead of putting his knees up, the guy put his feet up. So I went all full force. Instead of like the weight being spread across his legs and his knees and stuff, he stuck his feet up, and I just went on his foot went like underneath my ribs, and it just like instantly was like struggling to breathe, sort of thing. I was like dying on the outside of the ring. I threw the X's up, tagged my partner in because it was a tag match at the time. Like crawled over to the edge, put the X's on. I was just lying there, just like, please, for the love of God, just let me die in the corner, please. And then what was frustrating is that the guy that I did the frog splash to didn't notice the tag because he'd got up and he was like, yeah, didn't realise I was injured and tried to drag me back into the ring. So as he dragged me back into the ring, I think I ended up doing like a head scissors, like a tilt wheel head scissors on him just to carry on with the spot. Did that and then proceeded to fucking die outside of the ring while my mate carried on. I did a couple of other moves just to finish the match off, but yeah, that killed me. I was like walking home, just like. I think my family at the time were like, "You alright?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. I'll be fine."
Well, you do a lot of sick moves for a 60-year-old man.
Hey, listen here, you. I'm not 60 anymore. I feel 60. The day after a show, right? There is no pain like it. Obviously, for men. There is obviously worse pain for women, but I'm just saying for men, there's no pain like it. It's like a hangover, and like you've been in a car crash at the same time, especially like at my age now when my body just doesn't want to do the stuff that it does.
Did the thumbtacks hurt?
Hey?
Did the thumbtacks hurt? I've always wanted to ask someone that's gone through thumbtacks.
When I did it, no, because the adrenaline was so high, I didn't feel it. It was just a bump that I took. But afterwards, when it calmed down, fucking hell did it sting. And getting in the shower after the show and stuff, that would hurt. And then the following day, that I was working at pizza at the time, I just walked in. I showed, funnily enough, my wife now. I showed the wife my back and everything. I was just like, look. It was just like dot to dot to dot to dot. Just hundreds of them. So at the time, no. But afterwards, fucking yes. I would not.
Yeah, it's best pulling them out a bit hurts as well.
Hey?
Pulling them out must hurt as well.
Yes, it was one of them, like the adrenaline and everything. You didn't really feel him. Like you just got him up and down your back and sort of thing. But it was like the afterwards when like the adrenaline disappears and you've calmed down from the show and you're just in the fetal position in the locker room, just like, okay, now I want to go to sleep now, please, pretty please. So yeah. Oh, you got a sub. God bless.
Oh, thank you, Governor. Thanks for the sub. I don't get all my alerts are not working at the moment because some tech issues. So the rock one didn't work. It will next time then. Thank you for the sub, Gov. I'll get back into those questions you've asked now because I've got one of my own. Let me look in my book.
You've actually prepared questions, have you?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Look.
Oh, wowza, way. He's only got like 5.
I know. I was sleeping. I know. I was going to just ask follow-up ones, to be fair. I should show you that. I need to show you that documentary I did at a wrestling show. I showed Gov it a couple of weeks ago. I did like a little documentary. I've interviewed before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, who inspired you to get into wrestling?
Jeff Hardy, all day long. Jeff Hardy, man. Oh, he's sick.
Oh, he's not your son.
He's still sick now. He's an absolute nutcase. Like, some of the stuff that he does now, I'm just like, why? It's like, you're like 40, 50 odd and you're still throwing yourself off ladders. Like, I'm 32 and I cringe at a chair shot. It's like, Jesus Christ. But Jeff Hardy, all day long. Like, I thought I was proper Jeff Hardy when I was younger.
You probably see wrestling in a different point of view as well.
Now I do. Jesus Christ. It really, I know I sound like such a little bore, but it really frustrates me. I saw something the other day. I think it was, what's one of the, I can't remember his name now. He's a British guy, Will Ospreay. That's
yeah.
Absolutely fantastic athlete and stuff.
Yeah, he is.
A good wrestler. But he did a move off the top rope, right? Where I think it was sort of like a sit-out powerbomb sort of thing, but he flipped the guy over his shoulder. Like, he had him on his back, and then he flipped him. And I can't quite think of what the move was. But, like, all the comments was like, oh, my God, that's amazing. He did so good. Will Ospreay's insane. And I'm like, fucking idiots. It's like, that Will Ospreay did fuck all in that move. It's like, it's the guy taking the move. He did all that, and Will Ospreay's getting all the credit. Because the guy did a fucking backflip off the fucking top rope over some dude's head and took a bump, and Will Ospreay did this. And
there's loads of wrestlers. There's loads of wrestlers like that take the bumps, sick bumps. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, fucking Dolph Ziggler's insane. He gets well, he does in like the wrestling community stuff, but just random people, he barely gets any credit for what he does. It's so frustrating. Anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I do see wrestling a lot differently now. It's like I haven't watched wrestling like a show and gone, that's amazing in ages because like I don't know. I find, especially when I started training people, I was more analysing it rather than just enjoying the show, if that makes sense. I was like sitting there going, well, why has he done that? Why has he done this? Well, let's watch that. I can show somebody that sort of thing. That would be cool to teach the lads sort of thing instead of just going, that's a good bump. So yeah, wrestling is very different for me now. Extremely different.
What do you enjoy more? This is a question from your missus again. What do you enjoy more, wrestling or training people to wrestle?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'd have to say training people. Because I'm willing to carry on training people. Like I'm more than happy to carry on training new guys that are coming in. I'd say it's more satisfying training people than it is wrestling. Because wrestling is a very ego-driven business. Like, you become a wrestler to like be in front of a crowd and like, whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, people chant your name and stuff, and it's a proper adrenaline kick, and it is a drug that people will chase, and it is fantastic. Being booed or cheered or whatever, it's brilliant. But I'd say the satisfaction from, because a lot of the people that I wrestle with now, I've trained over the last 4 or 5 years. What would it be now? Fucking hell, it is almost 5 years. I started with Fusion in like 2017. Seeing them going on to different promotions, and then like the promoters and the bookers messaging me personally saying that kid that you sent down to us, he's fantastic, his attitude was brilliant and he had a fantastic match. I'd say that's more satisfying than winning a match in front of like 30, 40 odd people in a gym or like a sports hall or something. But yeah, I'd say training people. I get more satisfaction out of that now than I do get my ass whooped by some 7 foot tall dude.
Does it inspire you more as well, training people? Like maybe they could have a different point of view of wrestling in it compared to, I guess, in our age.
Yeah,
We're both
being
like
a
the same age, and we
makes me want to train people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The desire to wrestle is disappearing, but the desire to train people isn't. It's still there, if that makes sense. I think. So yeah.
Hello. Keely's just asked, what's the worst injury you've ever had from wrestling?
Dislocated shoulder, probably.
But that is.
It did. Well, yeah, it did. To be fair, it still gives me jip now. I've got the shoulders just never really properly healed. But it was in the Millennium Stadium actually during the match. The finish was supposed to be I jumped off the top rope into a Rana, and the guy was just going to catch me and powerbomb me, and then pin me. But what happened was I jumped, he caught me for the powerbomb, and instead of going straight down as I thought he was going to do, so I jumped and prepared for the bump, so I went backwards sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to catch me and plonk me. He kind of caught me, because he was a bigger dude than me, he caught me and just delayed for like a second to like give it more of a spectacle that he'd caught me. But I was already on my way down, and he saw that I was already on my way down and just went with it. And as that happened, my shoulder kind of like, my arm got trapped underneath me, and he powerbombed me onto my shoulder basically. And I felt it go, like, I felt the dunk and the like sheer agony and numbness. I was like, oh my God, my shoulder. Like, what the shit was that? Not knowing what it was. As like he didn't know it happened, I didn't know it happened. All I just felt was like agony in my shoulder. And then he grabbed my arm that was dislocated, and as he picked me up to do, I can't remember what he did, but he decided that he wanted to do his finish because it didn't look right. So he picked me up, and as he did this last move on me, it popped it back in, and all I felt was this big massive clunk. I was shoulders like, just, oh my God, what was that? And then the finish, and then I got out and my shoulders like down here, and I was like, my shoulder doesn't feel too good. And I went to the hospital, I think it was the following day, after the drive back up from Cardiff. And they were like, you're not broken anything, but it does look like it's been dislocated. Like very recently, because like I think it was ligaments of the tendons or something. They were mashed, gone completely, and they're like, yeah.
How long did it take you to recover?
Hey?
How long did it take you to recover from that?
I haven't really recovered, mate. That's the thing. I didn't do any like physio or anything. They were like, we could give you steroid shots or we could give you surgery, but there's no real. Because I was still quite young. They were like, there's a good chance that you'll just heal over time. Just don't wrestle. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Nah, I'll just wrestle anyway. And it's never been the same. Like I still get shoulder pain. My shoulders just like my shoulder mobility is 0 to none. It's just awful. But that's probably my worst injury, I'd say. So yeah.
What Emma 13's just asked. Stay down the line. Say down the line. You end up in WWE or AEW. Who would be your dream tag team partner?
Oh, that's a tough one. Is it so? Are we saying like current wrestlers, or are we saying like of all time, past and present? If I could have anybody to wrestle with,
I'd say past and present.
If we're saying past and present,
Emma did say all time. To be fair,
I think it would have to be Shawn Michaels in his prime. Shawn Michaels as a tag partner, or maybe Eddie Guerrero. Those two were just legit amazing. Oh my God! Wow! That was chaos. Oh Lord! We're all good.
Lovely set.
I got trapped on my wire. Yeah, it'd have to be Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I love Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero. To be fair,
absolutely amazing. Always been one of my favorite wrestlers. So yeah. And then if it was current, I don't know if it was current. Logan Paul. No, I'm joking.
He was good though, wasn't he? He was really good.
He was really good. I was watching some of his stuff. If he's only trained for a little while, fair play. You gave him like 6 months training, he'd be just as good as anybody. I can't believe I nearly killed myself with my jacket. Jesus Christ.
Pat McAfee was good. Or Pat McAfee. He was good.
He was, to be fair, wasn't he?
I loved it when he jumped up the turnbuckles.
Yeah, that was good, to be fair. That's the first like WrestleMania that I've looked at the results and stuff and gone, do you know what? That looked like a good show. I thought I should have watched it, but I don't know who it would be current wise. I'm just trying to think who I'd want to tag with.
If I was like a fantasy booker for Fusion, I would probably have you and Colt Cabana. Just because I know you personality wise now, so I feel like you two would gel quite well.
That would be pretty cool.
Or Evil Uno.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Who's that?
He's in the Dark Order. He was in Chikara as well. He's just got a mask on. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Yes, we do. How did you come up with your wrestling name? That's from Matt.
What, Pequeño Loco? It's because I'm small and a bit of an idiot, so it was literally like... I was just going through Google Translate. I was like, what sounds good in Spanish? I was just like... this was really frustrating, actually. I'll tell you a little story. When I first started with Fusion, I was like, oh, let's think of some, like, you know, because I always wanted to wrestle in a mask. So I was like, let's go a bit Lucha Libre, let's go the whole hog and all that lot. And I found a name called The Ghost. I was like, The Ghost sounds awesome in Spanish. It's like El Fantasma or El Fantasma. I was like, this is fantastic. I was like, this is wicked. It's a brilliant name. And then it turns out I wrestled a couple of matches under that name, and there's actually quite a famous indie wrestler called El Fantasma.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And I was like,
I think he's in the Bullet Club, isn't he?
Hey, yeah, but what's mad is like he's not even like a lucha wrestler. He's like just a dude. He's just like, my name's El Fantasma. I was like, fuck's sake. So yeah, I had to change my name, and then it became Pequeño Loco. Excuse me.
Keely asks.
We missed a question from Keely.
Yeah. Would you let your little boy wrestle? Or learn to wrestle?
If you wanted to, yeah. Yeah, of course I would. I did, as long as I trained him, or I sent him to a wrestling school that actually knew what they were doing. Because there are some schools about that don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
And I've got people that have only been trained, like wrestling for a couple of years, that think they're trainers. So, you know, I don't class myself as a fantastic trainer, and I've collectively been wrestling for about 15 years, and I've only been training people for 5. And I wouldn't personally say I'm a brilliant trainer. I'm a good trainer, but there is much better trainers out there.
Keely also said, because you barely win. You barely win matches.
Yeah, that's very true. Lately, I've barely won. Well, no, I say that. I tell a lie, actually. I had the Grand Championship for 2.5 years, so... I've lost once recently in the last 2 years. Shut up, Keely.
Will Winvern be making a comeback if you continue to wrestle?
God damn it, Ford.
Oh, I should remember this. You said this.
Wyvern be making a comeback if he continues to wrestle. Wyvern is a character that I've got.
I remember you showing a video.
It's a bit like the Boogeyman. And he's only ever appeared once. And it was so much fun to do. I think if I continue to wrestle, yeah, he'll come back at some point, but I don't know how much, what capacity and all that. I nearly full on whooped my... Hang on. There you go. I just realised when I nearly killed my computer, I moved my webcam and everything.
We can see a mask now as well.
Yeah, there it is. Ding, 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 ding. And then my little chibi as well. That was merch that was at one of the shows, and Kia bought it. I was like, what are you buying that for? I should get that for free.
Did they all know you stream as well?
Hey, no. Well, when I did my last show was in October last year, and I hadn't even started streaming then.
Mm-hmm.
So even what was it? I think I started late November, early December is when I started streaming. So I haven't been streaming for that long.
I would ask a question like, what wrestler, alive or dead, would you want to wrestle? But I'm sure Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero would be the ones to.
If I had to wrestle somebody, That'd be it's a bit controversial,
Yeah.
but it would be Chris Benoit. If I had to wrestle somebody, it would be Chris Benoit in his prime.
Oh, he was amazing.
Like, he was absolutely amazing wrestler, but Jesus, the dude needed help.
Yeah.
Didn't he? But yeah.
Yeah.
It would be Chris Benoit because I always thought he was absolutely amazing, his ability wise and stuff, and just like the wrestler that he was. Yeah, he was one of my favorites until what happened.
Have you seen the documentary Dark Side of the Ring about him?
No, I haven't actually. I don't know whether I want to or not because, like, obviously what happened at the end is just a bit dark in it. To be fair.
Yeah. I've watched the Ric Flair one.
There's a Dark Side of the Ring documentary on Ric Flair. Or it's just I'm going to sneeze.
Brushes over some really bad things he's done.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's the thing, is it?
Yeah.
You don't want to hear about the bad stuff of your idols and stuff. Yeah. It's like Ryan Giggs was one of my idols at one point, and now he's fucking dead to me.
He's a knob.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? So it's like, do I just remain blissfully ignorant of what's happened and stuff? What's Mrs. Q Williams saying?
So Keely's just asked, do you prefer solo wrestling or as a duo?
I prefer wrestling as a tag team purely because it's easier. It's less effort.
I bet.
Because you get to chill. Like when you're in a singles match, it's you and this dude, and if you get gassed, it's well obvious. If you're really tired or you just not your heart's not in it, you have to put on a show. But if you're in a tag match, you can hide behind your tag partner.
Yeah.
And you can tag out and be like, yeah, there you go. You do a few spots. I'm gonna mess about with the crowd for 5 minutes. I need a rest. So yeah, if I was to carry on wrestling for a longer period of time, it would have to be in the tag division. Because genuinely, and I haven't got like the greatest like body and stuff. So when I wrestle, I'm just knackered and like my body just aches for days afterwards. So tag wrestling would probably be up there. It was where I'd have to be at.
You started a trend in Fusion. I know there's a few wrestlers that are now doing masks. Looking at the page.
What for masks?
Yeah, that's a few.
Because that's only the roster's small, so
you must have been
duty masks.
You must have been the first.
if you look on the actual on the website, I'm actually double dutied on the roster.
There you are.
And purely to keep it blooming. I'm down as Pequeño Loco, and then I'm at the very bottom as well.
Yeah. Mrs. Q just said, can I just say he's an amazing trainer? All of his trainees speak very highly of him. He's helped so many wrestlers to bring out their talent and to go on to have promotion. Ask him. To go on for promotions, ask for them. He's too modest.
Oh, you're very sweet, Mrs. Williams.
I think I'd like to see what you like in a training session, maybe.
I'm quite strict. I'm very strict.
Yeah.
I'm the one that shouts at you and throws things at you if you get it wrong. I'm not nice when it comes to training. I'm firm and fair is what I'd say. Because at the end of the day, wrestling's a lot of people come into wrestling and they're like, yeah, wrestling's fun, and it's like it is fun. Wrestling's amazing, but it's also very dangerous.
Yeah,
so warm-ups, wrong, a suplex is literally you're lifting somebody up upside down and then slamming them on their back over your head. To have the trust to do that to somebody else and to take a suplex is insane. So yeah.
He just asked who would win, Loco or Logan John, legit Logan or Jake Paul.
There would be Loco all day, every day.
Who would win, Loco or Wyvern?
Well, that's a tough one.
Wyvern.
That is a tough one. I'd have to say Loco, to be fair. Purely because I haven't seen Wyvern wrestle. I don't know what type of wrestler he is. I haven't wrestled as him yet, so I'm not sure. But I know what Loco is, so yeah, I'd have to go Loco.
Wyvern sounds like the thing that crazy guy from The Simpsons would say, the professor with the nerdy teeth. Wyvern.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I always planned for Wyvern to be like this brutal character that just kicked ass and didn't really wrestle, just beat people up. but he hasn't actually had a match yet. So, Mr. Squilliam says, "Tell everyone the story of Wyvern and how he came about."
Yeah, you should.
So yeah, I'll just tell a little story for a second. Wyvern was basically the brainchild of the booker, the commentator, myself, the director of wrestling, and my wife. We're all just chin wagging and stuff, talking about wrestling, how cool it would be to have a little character that infiltrated shows and stuff. A bit like the boogeyman, and was like sort of placed here and there throughout little shows before he made his debut. And basically, we placed this character on Instagram and Facebook and stuff and all that lot, and teased our way for about a year up until the point where he made his debut, and nobody had a clue who it was. So like this Wyvern character was calling out Fusion and stuff, and I was like, who the hell does he think he is? Like calling out our promotion, what's he doing, sort of thing. He doesn't get booked that way. So like all the workers and stuff didn't have a clue that it was me. And then when he debuted, all the lads were backstage, and I pop out at the other side of the hall. I'm just like, boo, it's me, I'm Wyvern, and they were just like, son of a bitch. But it was awesome. Like we filmed it secretly over the year as well, and it was so much fun. Like when he debuted and everything, it was like, oh, what do we do now? He's kind of, everybody knows it's me. So yeah, it was super fun. And like obviously like Keely got involved and stuff and did a few videos for us and whatnot. It's all on Instagram, on Wyvern's Instagram page.
I'll have to have a look.
I don't even think I've got the password to that anymore. I don't know whether I can post it anymore. But it's there. It is there. Anything else, my dear? You running out of questions?
No, because I can just delve into your streaming.
You're going to delve into my streaming?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get a drink. 2 seconds. I need to stretch my back out. 2 seconds.
Show us.
I need a wee as well. Jesus. Oh, no, what did I do?
Show us the exercises.
Something. Okay, right. 2 seconds.
Hello, Matthias. How are you? Thanks for everyone for dropping by the way. And thanks for the bits on the sub, El Burrito and Governor. Hello, Snake. How are you, fella? You okay? Hopefully this will be the start of something. Thanks for asking questions as well. It's really helped me. For a joke, I have said to Silver I'd have a match with him. Bra and panties match. For charity. How was everyone's weekends, by the way? I think I'd pay more money to see Mrs. Q wrestle more than Silver. Yeah, let's not say. Let's pretend he wasn't you when I said that.
Jesus wept.
Yeah, you would. I just made a little joke. I was like, I'd prefer to see Mrs. Q wrestle over you. She'd kick your ass.
She would, to be fair. She's pretty brutal. She would kick ass. To be fair, right, it's well funny. Whenever we do a show and she's ever so slightly involved in the actual show itself, she loves it. Absolutely loves it. The last match that we did, I think she slapped Creeper. Yeah, she slapped Creeper. She was pregnant at the time as well. Like, she slapped Creeper and she was supposed to stand still and let Creeper grab her by the wrist. So I could jump onto him and like get the hero moment sort of thing. But she slapped him and fucked off down the other side of the ring. And I was like, where the fuck is she going? because like the creeper dude had like went to grab her, so he had to chase her. So like she ran away, and like creeper was like that way. I had to jump in the ring, like get out of the other side, and then literally jump off the apron just to get to her. It's just like it's so funny. Yeah, she was like, I got nervous. I didn't know what to do. I was like, all you had to do was stand still. So yeah, it was fun.
Katie's just asked, "What's your favorite wrestling move?" I say favourite. I say it wrong.
My favorite wrestling move has always been a Hurricanrana because I just love a Hurricanrana. It's just really cool. But excuse me. Also, up until I'd say the last couple of years, one of my favorite moves used to be a super kick. Like a super kick out of nowhere used to be fantastic. But now, a super kick is nothing. It's just like a normal move. Like it used to be such an awesome finisher. Somebody hit a super kick, they were done. But now it's like, oh, it's a super kick. Oh, okay, cool. I'll take 7 of these and then get back up again. Like Canadian destroyers, they throw them out like they're DDTs now. So what the fuck?
Especially in South Wales.
Take 4 of them, they're popping back up again, doing backflips and stuff. It's just like, Jesus, what? I'm well old.
I like Adam Cole's one. I think it's called the Paradigm. Or something Sunset, I think it's called. And he goes on the turnbuckle and then he jumps and then he does it. So you get a bit of momentum. Yeah.
To be fair, I've never liked pile drivers, like Canadian destroyers and stuff. Anything that like involves landing on your head, I don't like. I've only taken a few pile drivers before, and then they're not. If they're done right, they're perfectly fine. But they're so easy to get wrong, and in the moment, no, thank you. I'd rather not. There you go.
We can talk about streaming now if you like.
We can talk about whatever you want, buddy boy. I keep looking there because you're on that screen.
Yeah.
And you're on that screen, but I should be.
You're the other way around for me.
We can talk about whatever you want, Mr. 40.
Is
that better?
You were staring into my soul then.
Fire away. I'm ready.
Yeah.
What we got? What is it?
So you're
on 7?
Yeah. So what sort of games are you into first, I guess? Like I can tell you like The Last of Us and
yeah, what sort of games are you into? I absolutely love Minecraft. Like it is the one game that I play and play and play, burn myself out on, and then don't play for 6 months and then come back to. It is the one game that I'll always come back to.
I think I've seen you play it yet, to be fair.
But that's the thing, right? Okay, with streaming, I'm very aware because I love shooting games. Like I could play Call of Duty for hours, I could play Fortnite for hours. But when I'm streaming, I'm very aware of what the audience wants to see as well. Because when I stream, it's not about me enjoying the games; it's about entertaining people and chatting with people and stuff and all that lot. So like, it's not when I stream, it's not more about the game that I'm playing. It's more about the interaction that I get with the people that I'm playing for. So if they want to see, like I fucking hate scary games. I can't. If you will never find me playing a scary game in my spare time for fun, but I play scary games because my stream enjoy it and it gets good interaction out of them, and it makes it entertaining for them. And that's why I play it, and that's why I enjoy it.
I enjoy making you shit yourself, to be fair.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People like seeing people be scared, and that's probably why I play scary games. But yeah, like favorite games would be something like Minecraft. Fortnite is slowly becoming one of my favorite games, which is really annoying. And like Call of Duty always used to be one of my favorite ones. The Last of Us will always be.
Yeah, The Last of Us is good.
My favorite story game. Like, excuse me.
Be interesting to see what they do with the series that's coming out on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. But then I played Last of Us 2 and I wasn't so impressed.
Yeah.
The game was the same, but the story wasn't as good as the first one. But I suppose it's one of them, and you have years and years without the sequel, and then it comes out and you build it up in your head, and it's like, oh, okay, never mind. Anyway, but yeah.
Do you ever play any of the Spider-Man games? I can see a Spider-Man poster behind you.
See, I have. Like, me and the little one was playing the Spider-Man game. But because it's on PlayStation, I have a PlayStation, but it's at the point where it's dying now. So like whenever I turn on my PlayStation, it sounds like it's about to take off. So I very rarely play my PlayStation. Like I've got an Xbox, I've got a PC, and I've got a PlayStation, but the PlayStation doesn't get turned on because I feel like it's going to blow up. So it doesn't get played. I've wanted to sit there and play it, but like, one in a minute.
Yeah. I just think you're a man of good taste. You've got Marvel behind you, which is always good.
I love
I love Marvel. I love Marvel as well. What's your favourite? What's your favourite Marvel film?
It's got to be No Way Home now.
Yeah, I'm yet to see that, to be honest.
No Way Home was absolutely amazing. Like, if like it would be No Way Home and then Endgame. Endgame was absolutely spectacular, and then probably the first Avengers. Purely for, I know it wasn't. Looking back at like the first Avengers now, it wasn't that good of a film. Like I personally think that Age of Ultron was better than the first Avengers.
I like Age of Ultron, to be honest.
That's a fucking fantastic film, but because of like the nostalgia of waiting for that first Avengers to come out, it's just brilliant. When the first lockdown happened, our little one had symptoms of COVID. He had a bit of a cough for a couple of days. It wasn't COVID, but he had a bit of a cough for a couple of days, and obviously everybody was like, stay away. So we isolated for 2 weeks. So I ended up watching pretty much every Marvel film in chronological order because like the wife was still working from home and I wasn't. So like me and the little boy, like he'd have like half an hour on his Switch in the afternoon or something, like an hour, and I just watched like half a Marvel film. So for like 2 weeks, I just watched them all again. And it was the best 2 weeks ever. It was awesome.
Do you like DC as well?
Big kid. I like DC comics and the animated cartoons that they do, like the films, but the movie, like the what they called, what would you call them? Live action.
Yeah.
The live action films are just garbage. Aquaman was okay. I haven't seen a decent Batman in years.
Yeah, this new one's meant to be pretty good, to be fair.
From what I've heard, but I was never a fan of what's his face? The Nolan Batman films.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on. The wife's ringing me. 2 seconds.
My favourite wrestler? Probably CM Punk. CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock. Yeah, I'd probably say that. CM Punk mainly, I think. Always liked CM Punk. Ooh.
Waste of time that was. Also, just so Mr. Squilliams knows it, it's fine. It was nothing. Don't worry.
Kitty just asked who my favourite wrestler was, so I thought I'd say it was like I said CM Punk, Stone Cold, and The Rock.
I'm not a CM Punk fan.
Yeah, I love CM Punk.
Garbage. He's not a good wrestler. He's a good entertainer, but his wrestling ability is trash.
No.
I think he's not trash.
I had to pick out of him and CM Punk. It'd probably be Brian. But...
See, Brian's a fantastic wrestler. If you put Brian together and CM Punk, fucking hell, you've got an absolute amazing. Because CM Punk is a brilliant entertainer and he's fantastic with the crowd and stuff. And he's a fantastic worker, but he's not a really good wrestler.
Yeah. So in AEW at the moment, I'm really liking the Blackpool Combat Club. So it's William Regal, Dean Ambrose, and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that's legit. That is, to be fair.
Yeah. Who would win, me or Loco?
I'm sorry that I keep sniffing. I'm sorry, I've got really bad hay fever.
I've just been asked who would win out of me and Loco. Well, I'm pretty much the same size as Creeper, so I'd probably knock Loco and Silver.
And plus, I can wrestle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Slowy, it's your favourite game, Keely said.
Oh, yeah, for Fortnite.
I guess, yeah. You're pretty good at Fortnite, to be fair.
I'm not that good at Fortnite. I'm really not. I'm okay at Fortnite, but I do love Fortnite. But saying that, though, when I play Fortnite, I laser in on it, and I'm not very talkative to chat. So, excuse me. My next stream is going to be Phasmo again because that's probably the most interactive stream that I've got. What was else put? What is it about streaming that you enjoy?
Yeah.
Probably the interaction with everybody. I love entertaining people. I love being a class clown, to be fair. I'm a class clown. I like playing the fool for everybody, and I like making people laugh. So that would probably be one of the, I just like entertaining people. Not so much like my gaming prowess or anything like that.
What made you get into it?
Sure, I like one.
Did you have any friends or any friends that got you into it?
Funnily enough, one of the parents that goes to obviously of our little one, I can't get my words out. One of the parents of one of the kids that goes to the same school as our little one is a musician, and we got friendly with them. And he started streaming, and like we watched him streaming for ages, and he was getting like quite popular and stuff like that. And he still streams now. He's a brilliant streamer and stuff. I was watching when I played a couple of games with him on stream and all that. I was like, do you know what? This looks like fun. It's like I'll give it a go. I'll see what happens. See what we do. And I did a stream. I was like, do you know what? I love this. This is so cool. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a month to hit affiliate and then see what happens. And then I hit affiliate in a month, and I was like, yes, this is me. I was like, it's just so much fun. I enjoy streaming more than I do enjoy wrestling. Which is quite.
Yeah, I don't like breaking my character, to be honest, because I put on a bravado where I'm a dick, I guess you could say. So I don't want to say much, but yeah, I really enjoy your streams. To be fair,
oh, you're
I want to be there. Yeah, I do enjoy them. I enjoy winding you up more. I enjoy your streams.
But that's the fun, isn't it? The banter and everything. Streaming, I love
Especially
it.
the breaking news.
If I had to pick between wrestling and streaming, it would be streaming. It really would. Like I've stumbled into streaming just accidentally, just to see what it's like, and it's fantastic. I was watching one of my clips back from like one of my first streams, and it's so bad. It's so bad. It's awesome. Like my background's different. Like I've got like a little headset mic, and I'm like, oh, "Hey, how you doing? You okay?" And it's just awful. But yeah. I like streaming. It's fun, me. Stop squeaking, chair. Stop it.
No, mine squeaks as well. I was going to make the noise.
Mine squeaks loads. I need a new chair. I'm trying to get Respawn to sponsor me, but I don't think they ship to the UK.
Oh. Keely's just asked, you sound like you're going to break out in song there, Silver.
No, I'm not going to break out in song, thank you very much. I'm not.
Or High School Musical.
Oh, I love that film, you know.
Yeah.
So it's one of my guilty pleasures, that film. We're breaking free, soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. See? Yes. Love it. I had it on DVD, but I used to blame my little brother that it was his DVD. And then High School Musical 2 came out, and I was like, right, this is garbage now. They've ruined it.
Mrs. Coos just said Jesus, and Snake's just said legend. I love the High School Musical films, I'm not going to lie.
You can't not, though, can you? I used to love it. Wife, you know I like High School Musical. Don't even pretend that you don't. Have you got any more questions for me, Ford?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay, then.
Yeah. Are there any other streaming platforms you've looked into before Twitch, or was it always Twitch that was your...
No, it was purely because, like, I didn't know. I'm still learning about streaming. So, like, up until, like, I got affiliated on Twitch, I haven't really touched, like, Facebook gaming or YouTube and stuff. I've uploaded a couple of things to YouTube, but nothing really... What's it? So, like, I haven't really delved into that yet. I think that's the next step, but I'm pretty certain being an affiliate, you can't
No, yeah, you can't.
stream at the same time, can you? I can still make content for Facebook Gaming, and I can still make content for YouTube, but I can't stream to all three at the same time, can I?
No, yeah,
I'm
it's
almost
true.
certain. So I
you
can
miss...
stream on Facebook, but I can't do it at the same time as Twitch. So I'd have to pick a night maybe. But it's one of them, isn't it? You get so far on a platform like with Twitch now. What have I got? Like 180 odd followers, something like that. Like if I went over to Facebook Gaming for a couple of nights a week, I might. From what I've heard, they've got really good discoverability, and especially with like YouTube and stuff. But you feel a little bit like you're abandoning all your hard work on Twitch.
Trial or error, isn't it?
Hey?
Trial or error.
Yeah. So I would like to. Mr. Squilliams asked a question. What
what are your goals for the future of your streaming?
I want partner. Now that I've been doing it for a few months and stuff, I want partner. I said that I'd get affiliate, and I got it. And I'm making a statement now. I will one day be a Twitch partner, and I'm going to do it. I've given myself a year to hit a few milestones this year, and then probably next year we'll be partner. But I'm quietly optimistic that I'm going to get partner this year. I've got 6 months to do it. I'm learning, but I will be partner. It's not.
I think you will, to be fair.
It's not even a case of like a financial thing. I don't think I'd want to do this full time because I wouldn't want to rely on other people to be my source of income. I wouldn't want the generosity of other people to support my family. Like I've got a good job and it pays the bills and stuff. I do this for fun. I do this as a hobby, but being a partner would unlock a lot more doors for my content that I want to create. And it keeps it interesting as well. Having a goal to achieve, especially like in this day and age and stuff, and I think it's very doable. It's about positive mental attitude. Excuse me, I'm so burpy tonight. While I'm gassing, so sorry. Oh my god, so sorry everyone. So
Nick
sorry.
Frost.
Yeah. So yeah, partner is the goal.
When you started streaming, were you a console streamer to begin with, or PC straight away?
I was PC straight away. I think I did one stream about a year ago on my console. I think that was it. But when I first started streaming, I was on this PC, and I had like 3-4 weeks where I couldn't even go a full stream without my internet dying or without my stream crashing because I was like learning on the go. It's so difficult. It's so difficult trying to learn.
It is, especially OBS.
OBS. It's just mad. But now, like before we got on the interview and stuff, I was sat in Canva and Pixlr trying to redesign my overlays and stuff. I fucking love it. I'll sit there for hours making channel point redeems and mix it up and on OBS and making new scenes and stuff. Fucking love it. It's so much fun.
Are there any... So your missus has asked another question. Are there any big streamers you'd like to stream with?
Oh, I
won't lie, I really like Teresco. I think he's hilarious.
Who?
You're both quite hilarious. I think you and
Tourette's guy.
Yeah.
He's actually really funny. I watched him the other day. Actually, he is really funny.
I think you'd be good.
He's quite big, though, isn't he? To be fair.
Yeah, he is. Fucking hell.
I don't know. Big streamers. I'm trying to think who there would be that I'd want to. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm trying to think now. There's a couple of old school people that I used to watch on YouTube and stuff that would be cool to play with, but like I don't think anybody would really know them. There's a fellow called KYR Speedy. He was massive on YouTube, but now he's really big on Twitch and probably BOO as well. But I don't think he streams anymore. That's the problem. A lot of the people that I watch don't stream. they do the content on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I want to stream with me. I want to be the big streamer. That's what I want to be.
I don't really watch big streamers, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't either. Like the fun that I get out of watching streamers is interacting with people. And the big streamers, you're like, hi, gone. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, it's not really their fault. It's just
No,
it's
it's
just
just
why it is what it is.
It is what it is, isn't it? So like the fun that I get out of watching people is talking to the small ones. So like I've got a really itchy blooming hair here. It's really hurting. Keep picking myself. Try not to. So yeah. Right now, I'd say there isn't many big streamers that I'd want to collab with, especially at my size, anyway.
Are there any sponsors you'd like to be sponsored?
Yes, there's two actually. There's two that I'm trying to get. Okay, and as you can tell, one of them's for a chair, but they're respawn products. The respawn products. They do chairs and stuff, and I really like some of the stuff that they put out on TikTok and whatnot. They seem like a dead chill company. They're not like they don't take themselves seriously. So like the I think the social media guy does TikToks in like Pokemon hats and stuff, and he's just really cool. No, I'd like to be sponsored by them. And there's another company called Gamer Advantage, and they do blue light glasses. Like these ones here, like they work really well, but they're garbage. They're like £5 from Amazon because I suffer from migraines quite a bit. As soon as I got blue light glasses, should I say blue light filter glasses, like my amount of migraines that I get when I game, especially when I'm doing long streams, is it's like drastically. Every stream that I was doing, like the first couple of months, I was getting a migraine straight after because I was like 2-3 hours with the lights on in front of screens concentrating. It was killing me. But I got these, and they're shipping brilliant. So I'd want to get like a proper pair, but they're like £100 odd. So a sponsorship from Gamer Advantage would be fantastic. Isn't that right, Gamer Advantage? Yes. Isn't that right, Respawn Products? Yes. If they're watching, I doubt it, but still.
Are there
any more for me?
Yeah. Do you think? What do you think? What do you think Dub's discoverability is like on like all these
on
different
Twitch,
platforms you try?
It's absolutely horrendous from what I've seen.
Yes.
There is no discoverability, is there? If you're playing Fortnite,
I mean,
if you're playing one of the big games, you're not going to get found, are you? I've noticed that when I'd say when I first started, but I still do it now though. You've got to find you like a niche game to play. Like Phasmo is fantastic because it's popular, but it's not too popular. If it makes sense, it's like at any one time there can be like I'd say like 5,000 people watching Phasmo. But if you get something like 10 or 15 viewers, you're on the first page because a lot of the Phasmo viewers are in like 2 or 3 people. So if they go off, there's like 3,000-4,000 people looking for somebody to play, like to watch playing Phasmo. So like, you've got to be really clever to get discovered through Twitch. A lot of the stuff that like to get discovered on Twitch, you've got to. I hate the word, but you've got to network. You've got to speak to people. You've got to make friends with people. Like I met you through Discord and all that lot, and through meeting other people and talking to other streamers and stuff, and making friends. Hey?
Worst month of my life.
But it is, isn't it? It's like
it is.
I need to sit back.
I mean, that Welsh thing helped a little bit. Some of them have stayed, and then some of them have just
I've made a lot of the people that I speak to now on. Well, I'd say pretty much all of the people that I speak to now on Twitch and stuff and Discord are all through that charity event that we did. It's the best thing I could have done. I said to. Excuse me. I said to Mr. Squilliams that when Punch It Sue asked me if I wanted to do the charity stream, I was like, "Shut up, Jubal. Is it a good idea?" Because it's got this habit of trying to make its way out of its cage. But anyway, because I was still relatively new, I still am now, and I barely had any followers. I think I had like 90 odd followers when I agreed to do the charity stream. I'd only just become affiliate. I was like, nobody's going to bloody watch me. So I'm only going to have like Keely and the wife and Matt watching my stream when I do it. I was genuinely concerned that nobody was going to donate to my section of the stream. I was like, I'm not going to get anything. But it was the best decision I've ever made was to like put myself out there and do the charity stream. 12 hours. Like, I think I got something like. I know, obviously, it was for charity and everything, and that wasn't the point. But my growth from that one stream was amazing. I think I had like 800 live views. I think 300 different people tuned into my stream. I had like an average of 60 viewers. It was absolutely crazy because, like, obviously, the event that Johnny Beard had made was like, what was it, like 30 odd Welsh streamers, and all of their community, even the Tourette's guy, he's currently streaming now, and he's got 169 viewers. Like, all of them just came in, and like, because I was one of the last people alive, like, I got raided like 30, 40, 20, 25. It was fucking mental. Like, towards the last hour, it was just nuts. But it did so much for me, and
it was such a good stream as well.
It was brilliant as well. Like, the event itself was fantastic. It was just so good. I'm so glad that I did it as well. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I think I constantly I speak to you, One Big Beast, Fez more now because you've raided him twice, so I've gotten to know him a little bit more.
He's one of my OpenReach boys, and he works in the same company as me.
Yeah. Would you ever do a 24-hour stream again?
Yes, I would. I think I will. I think next year's charity stream I'm going to do 24 hours, maybe. The only thing that I'd say about 24 hours is that it's more of the challenge for yourself rather than it is. Like, 12 hours was quite a challenge, but it was doable for people to be around. If that makes sense, because it was in the middle of the day, it was 12 till 12. It wasn't unreasonable for a lot of people to be in that stream and be with me. But I can only imagine if I did if I did a 24-hour stream, I can imagine there's going to be hours in that stream where there's going to be nobody watching me because you can't expect people to stay up. So I think I would, and I think I will eventually. I potentially might do a 24-hour stream the next charity event, but I'm definitely doing another 12-hour one. Definitely, for sure. So yeah.
Oh yes, Squash a lot, by the way.
Squash a lot. Hello, Squash a lot. Right, you've got me for another 10 minutes, Ford, because my back is killing me, buddy. I'm going to die in a minute.
Are there any particular charities you'd like to do your own charity stream for, or would you do your own one?
If I was to do my own one, it'd probably be cancer research. Probably, excuse me. Oh, my nose is killing me. Yeah, it would probably be cancer research that I'd do it for. I know it's quite it sounds silly, but it's quite a cliched one because a lot of people do it. But my mother passed away from cancer when I was like 19, so I think that's what I would do if I was to do one. More than likely, but to be fair, T Gobaith, what a fantastic charity it is as well.
Yeah,
I would quite happily do another charity stream for T Gobaith, especially after watching the videos and everything during that stream. Like some of the stuff that they do with some of the families of the kids and everything. You couldn't not want to do it, could you? And to be fair to him, I don't know whether you did or not, but I got an email from one of the fundraising directors saying thank you and everything for the charity, which was pretty cool.
I think you and Max did the most. Did quite a lot money wise.
Well, yeah, I was the second highest fundraiser, which was really annoying. It was so frustrating because, like, obviously Beefcake Joe dropped that 350 on me, didn't he? And I was like, oh my god, it's like totally smashed my total. I did like 720, and I got off, and I was like, surely 720. Like, surely I've got to be the top one. And then blooming Tourette's Gamer had got, I think he got like 1,100. I was like, you bastard! I was like, so close.
I think he was going to be fair, especially with his.
Yeah, well, it's one of them. I'm not going to compete with 170 odd live viewers. It's like, but you could.
You could be Tourette's Gamer in a year or two, or.
I'm hoping so. I just, by the looks of it, I just need to play GTA, don't I? It seems like a good one to play.
Yeah, he has like a foot camera as well, doesn't he? I think he has. Yeah. For like his slippers or something. Camera. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get a gerbil cam at some point.
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, I've got a stand ready to go, and I've got an old webcam. I just need to hook it up and stuff and see if I can get a decent light on it. But I don't want to scare him too much. So yeah, gerbil cam is coming in my stream eventually. I could be bothered.
Are there any other targets you'd like to meet, whether it's wrestling, streaming? Any other targets you got set for yourself?
Wrestling-wise, probably not. I think that's winding down slowly but surely. I'm going to keep training and stuff. I'll train for a few more years. Should I say keep training people for a few more years and see where that goes. But streaming-wise, I definitely want to be partnered either this year or next. I'm giving myself a wider target on that because I know how difficult it is to achieve that. I definitely want to get some form of sponsorship in streaming. Anything really, even if it was just something little, I'd want to be sponsored by someone, just to say that like a company believed enough in me to sponsor me, if that makes sense. And then what else?
Yeah,
They are playing no game. I'm not playing a game. Exclusive gerbil cam. That's cute though. And then I think I do eventually want to start doing YouTube stuff, but trying to find the time to edit videos and put content out on YouTube as well. I'm finding that difficult. I put one video out on YouTube, which was me and the little one. I didn't even edit it, and I was just like, "Oh Jesus, that was a lot of work." I was just like recorded 2 matches of me and the little one playing Fortnite.
What do you think about TikTok and the other one? I've got to look on my phone because I haven't posted any on it for ages. Hover. What do you think about TikTok and Hover? Do you think discoverability on that's good?
I really like Hover. It's really strange. TikTok is weird because I can get quite a lot of views on there, but not many likes. So it is weird. Yeah, like TikTok, I can get a lot of views. I say get a lot of views. I can get quite a few views, but not many likes, and I don't get much transfer from TikTok to Twitch. There's not many people that have gone, "Oh, I saw one of your TikToks, blah, 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 blah." But Hover, I don't get that many views, but the amount of people that I get that come from Hover to my streams is nuts, to be fair. It's like tenfold compared to TikTok. Like,
there's a specific thing for it as well, isn't it? Like you can look at the stream; it tell you if you're going live.
Yeah.
If you're looking
obviously, you link your Twitch and stuff, and if you've got a video, you can. Excuse me. It will tell them when you're live if they're flicking through, and then they can visit your Twitch from the app, and it tells you when they visited and stuff. And also with Hover, you you're rewarded for interacting with other videos. It's called, they give you gravity, so it pushes your videos more if you interact with more people. So the people that want to get discovered are constantly going into people's streams and saying hello, dropping a follow, giving a like and stuff.
It's the same for Expand, to be fair.
Yeah,
Expand like a social network thing, but it works the same way.
Oh, well, they get them. But to be fair, Hover works pretty well for streamers, but I've noticed that it's with Hover, it is very much streamers trying to get noticed by other streamers. It's not people that want to watch. Well, granted, yeah, it is people that want to watch Twitch, but it's not non-streamers looking for streamers, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that watch other Twitch streamers are Twitch streamers, really. Sometimes, mostly.
Yeah. A good portion of my viewers tend to be other streamers that are just trying to support me, sort of thing, and the same vice versa, I suppose. With I'm in quite a few people's streams when I can be. It's difficult when I'm in work and stuff, but when I'm not, I'm always lurking somewhere. And it is a lot of your early days and stuff. It is based on friends within the streaming community, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, indeed. You got any more questions for me?
I think that's about it, really. I think we.
Is that it? Yeah. My back is killing me from carrying this stream, I swear. This fucking chair.
But you had to carry Creeper a lot.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Actually, wait there. I'm going to plug some stuff for a second.
Yeah, please do.
Because
I've got to say that you should. I read that they have a show going in May.
Yes, we've got. I'm trying to find it now, but whether I'll find it.
I should have said that. That could be my last question for everything.
What did you say, sorry?
I said my last question should have been like, is there anything you'd like to plug or whatever?
Plug my ass.
What you wish.
Sorry. Live events. There it is. Right, we've got the 10th anniversary of Fusion that's coming up. I think that's 21st of May. Excuse me. Yeah, 21st of May in Llandudno. And then we've got a...
Always wanted to go to London.
There is a Holyhead Festival, which is, I think, I don't want to quote it, but I think it's either June or July. And that will be... We'll be doing an event at the festival, which will be legit as well. And also, if there's anybody about that's in North Wales that wants to train, if you come to Llandudno and T Hapus every Friday, I'm there and I train people to wrestle. And what else? The Fusion Pro YouTube channel is premiering 2 shows soon, I think. Where is it?
Yes. I've got Power. I think it's called Power TV, and there's shows on.
Yeah,
there.
we were on them, but then the revenue transfer was horrendous. Like you barely got anything because it's a lot. But I'd say Power TV is for more the bigger small indies, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think
like the bigger
on
the
that.
small ones that can't really get on anything big. But yeah, if you go onto Fusion Pro's YouTube channel, they recently uploaded Show McShowface. That's probably one of my favourite matches that I've done. And that was a month ago. And then they've got 2 of our recent ones premiering on the 16th and the 17th of this month, so next week, I think. Or this weekend. Uncivil War and Fright Fest 3. Fright Fest 3 was our most recent one, and that's where I get my ass kicked. So yeah. And then also my name's Silverindisguise, and I'm on Twitch. Come follow me.
Yeah, definitely drop him a follow, guys. He's a lovely guy, and he's funny sometimes.
Did you just call me a lovely girl? How dare you?
No, I said lovely guy.
Okay, I'll let you off. So yeah, anything else for me, good sir?
No, I think that's about it.
No? I'll tell you what, Ford, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
It's been good.
I've had a lot of fun. Now I need to go lie down on a hard floor because my back is killing me.
You're used to that in the ring, and you. That's hard.
Right then, I'm gonna wave you all goodbye.
Right, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for the questions. Thank you, Ford, for the questions. It's been awesome.
Yep.
My phone's buzzing. Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye. Right. Find someone to read then, guys. Oh, you're gonna see my. Yeah, fuck it. Got nothing on there anyway. Oh. Got flipping log in, that's why. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, I think Scruff. It's Scruff's on, I'm sure. Yeah, let's raid Scruff. Oh, I need to make sure he's on first. Thank you, Keely. Hopefully, as long as people don't care about the obvious setting, I'd like to do these more. I would just do Scruff then. I've never raided Scruff, I don't think. Or if I haven't, I haven't raided him in years. But yeah, I think from now on, for streaming, I think I'd like to do things like this. It just gets a bit playing the game. Yeah. It just gets a bit after a while, and I think I want to do a bit more like my hobbies and stuff. My hobbies are wrestling. I love watching wrestling. I like films. I like watching films. So maybe a film discussion, get some film people in here, and things like that. Get some wrestlers and things like that. Maybe some Twitch streamers as well, seeing as that's. It always says invalid when I want to read. But thanks for thanks, Silver. Is it actually? I hate the process of reading someone because it never fucking works. I am sorry, guys. 6-2. Hey. Let's raid Scruff. Scruff's a legend, to be honest with you. Such a lovely person. Thanks for the follow, Crazy Wickers. Raid Scruff. Underscore. No. Underscore. 60. Oh, for fuck's sake. If there was a mod in, yeah. Hey, it worked. Thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate you. Let's raid.